growing up in Tampa, Florida, in fact, in West Tampa, Florida, oftentimes a lot of us struggled. Our parents didn't have a ton of money, so during the summers, we would eat free lunch, and then, free lunch is when you just go to the school cafeteria over the summer, and they would serve lunches. But man, the fact that we would run around, play different games, play football, basketball, all these different types of games. By the time it got to around 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, a lot of us was just so hungry. And again, our parents didn't have a lot of money, so you would have people that will sell things out of their houses. Yes, right in the projects, where have people that will have stores in their homes. So, and one of the things that was common, I'm not sure about today, but back then was common to have these things called frozen cups. Frozen cups. So if you out there and you don't really know what a frozen cup is, it essentially was, a little Dixie cup, and they would have juice or Kool-Aid in it, and they would freeze it, and they would sell it for 10 cents. And also, they would sell these cookies that they were penny cookies, right? I don't know how much they bought them, but they would sell them for a penny each. So one cookie was a penny. So what you would do, you would go around and find bottles and all these different things. You would do little jobs, whatever. You would do anything you possibly could that was legal, to get you a quarter. Because a quarter will buy you a frozen cup and 15 cookies. And that's the title of today's message. A frozen cup and 15 cookies. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, why would anybody go around in the Florida sun, 90 degrees, and trying to get a frozen cup and 15 cookies? And my message to you, or my response to you, if you're thinking that, was that you might have never been hungry, or you might have never been real thirsty, and you was tired of drinking water, at some point, water would quench that thirst for sure, but you want a little bit something different. You want something a little bit more. And I found in life, it's like, sometimes I quote unquote get tired of drinking water. Then I want a little bit more out of my life. I want a little bit more out of the things that I'm shooting for. I want a little bit more out of my career, out of my marriage, me as a father, and in my ministry. I just want a little bit more, right? It's like I've been happy with where I've been, but I want a little bit more. And I noticed that for those that are getting everything they possibly can out of their life, it's like they get hungry, and they're hungry enough to go the extra mile. And I've discovered that, when I'm broke and I don't have a whole lot, and I'm hungry and I'm trying to go get it out of life, it's like my motivation is really, 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 really high. But I realized that some people want things out of life, but they don't have the motivation to get what they want. Back in my neighborhood in West Tampa, we would say, you're not hungry enough. You don't want it bad enough. One of the things I want you guys to think about is this. What are you hungry for? Ask yourself that question. What are you hungry for? What is it in your life that is in your mind, in your heart, in your spirit that you want more than anything right now? I can't say that I'm a very materialistic person, but sometimes we want things that are materialistic. Sometimes we want things that are internal, more spiritual. But what is it for you that you want? What are you hungry for? It may not be anything that you have right now. Maybe something that was placed in your heart years ago. But you're either too lazy, too unmotivated, you don't believe in yourself, whatever it is, but that thing is still there. It's like a nagging little thing that keeps poking at your heart, keeps poking at your mind. What is it that you're hungry for? Everybody needs to identify that. If you need to pause this, pause it, but I need you to answer this question within yourself. What is it that you are hungry for? The second thing I want you to think about is this. Once you identify what you're hungry for, I want you to ask yourself another question. How much will it cost you? How much will it cost you? Because sometimes we don't want to pay the price to go to get the goals. A lot of people want things, but don't want to pay the price for that. I knew that as hot as it was, if I can do whatever I needed to, go rake a yard, go do whatever, earn me a little money, go take out some trash, pick up trash, whatever, go search around the neighborhood for bottles, because you get one little Coke glass bottle was 10 cents. So if I found 3 bottles, bam, that's 30 cents, I'm good. I would get a frozen cup and 20 cookies then. That was a real good day. So, but what would it cost you? Are you willing to put in the work? If you're in school and you want better grades, are you willing to study more? If you're married and you want a better marriage, are you willing to put in the work? What will it cost you? Just analyze it and think about it. It may cost you some sleepless nights. It may cost you to take classes. It may cost you to get a mentor. It may cost you to get an accountability partner. It may cost you something. But anything that's worth going after, it's going to cost you something. But you got to understand the cost. The next thing I want you to think about is this. Are you willing to go get it? Are you willing to go get it? Sometimes we know what we're hungry for. Sometimes we know exactly what it's going to cost us. But because of fear or low motivation or a lack of belief, we're not willing to go get it. One person, I put it to him like this. It's like if we work all week. You work, let's say, on a 40-hour week job, you work 60 hours. You were killing it. You work 60 hours, turned in your timesheet, but refused to go get the paycheck. You've done all that work in your life. You identified what you're hungry for. You identified how much it's going to cost you. But now you're afraid to go get the paycheck. I want to encourage you. Identify what you want out of life. Identify you're at point A. What is your point B? Identify that. Know what it's going to take to go get it, and then go get it. Hey, this is Anthony. Remember, I love you, and you matter.
Chestnut Street.